During PAX East 2025, I had the chance to go hands-on with an early play session for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD-2D Remake, the upcoming dual collection reimagining from Square Enix. Developed by Team Asano and Erdrick, this pair of remakes serves as a continuation of Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake, giving longtime fans the opportunity to experience the full Erdrick Trilogy with some modern updates. Before we get into the preview, I'd just like to say that the publisher only provided us with 1 minute and 20 seconds of B-roll, so you'll see some continuous loops here, but through that we'll try to convey as much information as we can from our experience. Though Dragon Quest 1 and 2 initially released in the late 80s, this new HD-2D remake stitches the pair together with a smooth transition and updated pacing. The original Dragon Quest still centers on a lone hero's journey to defeat the Dragon Lord and save Princess Gwaelin, while Dragon Quest 2 expands the formula with a character party and a larger, more complex world. Experiencing both of these games in succession highlights the series' rapid early evolution, and potentially gives players a natural arc from the minimalist storytelling to more layered adventuring that came later in the series. Square Enix has confirmed that this remake does continue the story directly from Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake, essentially completing the narrative arc of Erdrick's descendants. For those who don't know, Dragon Quest III actually takes place before these two events in the series, meaning that players who started Dragon Quest III will now be able to see the legacy through until the end. This remake uses the HD-2D graphical style that Team Asano has become known for, blending pixel art character sprites with depth-of-field effects, dynamic lighting, and layered environments. These visual upgrades bring Alefgard and the wider world of Dragon Quest II to life in a way that feels modern but respectful of the original art direction. If you've played any of the other HD-2D remake games, I feel like this team has been greatly improving upon each release in this series. If you had any issues with the flow or quality of life enhancements to Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake, I would suggest following the details of this release because there's plenty of stuff that I can't talk about in this preview that helps elevate mid-game fatigue with new scenarios and other stuff. Still, the first Dragon Quest is not that long of a game, which has me curious to see what JRPG fans who are overwhelmed by long runtimes, you know, those old people, or those people with too many responsibilities, get rid of some of those, play some video games. Yeah, what those people will think of this adventure, even more so if they're playing the game for the first time. From the PAX demo, dungeon interiors and overworld scenes carry distinct moods thanks to the soft glows, animated elements, and atmospheric touches. The character sprites are expressive enough to support the minimalist dialogues of the early games without feeling stiff or unnatural. And don't even get me started on the soundtracks because they're perfect always. The core combat remains traditional, with turn-based battles that rely on straightforward commands and resource management. The first Dragon Quest focuses on one-on-one fights, keeping things simple and quick, but in this release, you can actually fight more than one enemy at a time, making fights a little more strategic. But on the other hand, Dragon Quest II introduces a full party and begins leaning into the more strategic decision-making that the later games borrowed from. Each party member brings some unique skills to the table, and even in a limited session, the potential for synergy was clear. But as you can imagine, I need some more time to play. While the remake doesn't overhaul the battle system in any radical way, it does incorporate some modern conveniences. UI elements are cleaner and feedback is more immediate. Animations for the attacks and spells are also a step up from the previous HD-2D titles, with speed adjustment options also available. The Erdrick Trilogy has long held a special place in JRPG history, but its earliest releases haven't always been easy to revisit. This new remake package offers an accessible and visually cohesive way to experience the foundation of the Dragon Quest series. Whether you're coming off Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake or jumping into the series for the first time, this is shaping up to be an excellent way to trace the lineage of one of gaming's most influential series. Dragon Quest I and II HD-2D Remake launches on October 30th, 2025 for Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.